Love is blind and it'll take over your mind. Okay, welcome back. Okay, so I'm recapping Love is Blind season 6. This is episode 6 when all the couples go to the DR. All right, I'm going to make this quick cuz I was annoyed by this episode. Where do we begin? Okay, all the engaged couples, let's go over who got engaged. So we have Jimmy and Chelsea. Chelsea's insecure. Jimmy is I have no words for Jimmy. He's kind of handsome in his own way. Like he has ways about him that make him kind of cute. But other than that, he seems kind of like, but other than that, he seems cool. We have Jeremy and Laura. Again, they're the goofy couple. They are the Izzy and Stacy of season 6. Okay, that's what it was. Izzy and Stacy. All right. We have AD and Clay. Clay is giving shallow, narcissistic. Is he missing a side tooth? I feel like he's missing a side tooth, and that seems to be like the new pandemic, a missing side tooth. And AD was giving this episode, she was giving Jezebel, and we'll get into that later. It kind of bothered me. Then we have Brittany and Kenneth, who are the low-key Christian couple who bonded over trauma. And then we have Johnny Appleseed, because he has an apple head, and a Puerto Rican Amy. Okay, I love them. They are the best couple to me. Okay, so we all get to Dominican Republic. Everyone is, lovey-dovey, kissing, and they're getting more action than me. Okay, so let's get into Jimmy and Chelsea. Chelsea is insecure. She kept asking Jimmy, like, is he happy? Is he sure about all this? Is he happy? Does he still want to, like, I think, go home or give up? And he's trying to convince her that he is happy in his selection. She is not feeling it because she's self-conscious. She is self-conscious, and I feel like she is picking up from him some regret. And I think so too. But I feel like he's just going with the flow and is trying to make the best of this situation. I don't foresee them lasting. Okay. Then we have, who do we have? Jeremy and Laura. They're getting to know each other. They're goofy as all hell. Again, same old playful crap. I don't see them sticking together either. We have Brittany and Kenneth. I don't know, guys. I don't know if they're on their best behavior because of their professions. I forgot what Brittany does, but I know Kenneth is a principal. I don't know for the life of me why he would ever do this. He has impressionable teenagers. I think he's a high school principal. He has impressionable teenagers who look up to him. So I'm inclined to believe that because of the post that he holds as a principal, that he would be taking this seriously. But again, maybe they don't like to show too much affection. I mean, they show like a mutual respect for each other, Brittany and Kenneth. But that's about it. There's some affection. It's very muted, and it's very respectful, if you will. But they seem happy. So again, they like it. I love it. And then Johnny and Puerto Rican Amy, they're happy as can be. They're enjoying the beach, the weather, the sun. There's nothing like being with someone that you love, that you get along with, that you are vibing with, and you're in the Caribbean on a beach in the ocean. That's just, oh man. That has to be the best feeling in the world. So anyhow, everyone is vibing, okay? What I didn't like, one scene which I want to discuss, this was poignant for me, where AD and, oh boy, damn, what's his name? Clay. They discuss snapback. So I think something about if she has a kid and she gains weight, which we all do. I still have baby fat from 5, 6 years ago. And you know what? I've given up on dieting. I have given up. My body is not the same. I don't think if I put time into it, I think I can get my body, to a better place. But being that as I had 3 C-sections, this fupa is fupa-ing for a long time. So unless I go get a BBL or a tummy tuck, this tummy is going nowhere. And I've learned to accept it. It is what it is. If I do decide one day to date, I'm telling this next dude, listen, my body comes with caveats. Okay, you're gonna have to accept my fupa. I feel like men don't like fupa. I know they say there's somebody out there for everyone, but men are so shallow that I accept my body for what it is, and I really don't care. I don't care. I will work on my body when I have time, but right now I don't have a lot of time to do that. So it is what it is. He was saying that she has to get back in the gym like ASAP when she has a kid and all this, and that triggered me because men have no idea. Some men have no idea what it's like. We don't want our bodies all fucked up after having kids, especially those of us who were fit before having kids. When I tell you them kids fucked my body up, I've told you that before. I used to be, my butt wasn't as big as AD. Like AD has a shapely butt. I had a booty, but it wasn't like a squat booty like AD, but I had a booty. I still kind of do, but my abs and breast size were similar to hers. I had a flat washboard and everything. These kids fucked me up. But you know what? I would do it again. These are my kids. I love them. What I went through with them, my body went through, I'd do it again 10,000 times over. It's worth it. So that's why I don't even fret anymore. It is what it is. And so she was even like, well, what if, what if I can't? Like, she was trying to get through to him. He's so shallow and so narcissistic that he can't see past his preferences and would basically pressure his wife into getting back into shape. Shame on him. And then I think they do discuss like therapy and past traumas and all that stuff. Everybody should go to therapy. I went, again, stopped going. I don't have time. I do want to get back in because I am very cynical with life, with a lot of things because of what's happened to me in life. So some things, like I'm pessimistic about a few things in life, but I'll get back into therapy eventually. But therapy is good for everyone. That's what they discussed. Who else? Everyone else is fine and happy. Case closed. So let's move on to the next part. This is my favorite part of Love is Blind. When the guys and the girls get to all see each other, the couples get to all see the other couples. Okay. So everybody's like, oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I think everyone is on the same page with Brittany. Everybody's like, wow, Brittany is so beautiful. She is. She really is. I think Brittany said she didn't expect Jimmy to look like the way he does, and she expected him to have like long hair. I don't know if people expect Jimmy to be kind of like, damn, I don't want to say a redneck, but it's true. Like if I were on Love is Blind, I would have imagined him with a mullet. I don't know why. But I think Brittany too imagined him to look the same way, and she was surprised, okay? So now, keep in mind, everyone is like drunk. Everyone is drinking heavily, and they're on the beach, and it's nighttime, and hormones, I think, are raging. Oh yeah, I forgot to point out. I'm not sure if Amy and Johnny had sex. I feel like they did. She said their physical connection was 11 out of 10. But everyone else denies having sex. I don't believe Laura. I believe her and Jeremy had sex. And then she tried to backtrack when she was talking to AD. AD says her and Clay got hot and heavy. I don't buy that. I don't buy it at all. Because in one previous scene, she said she would have sex with Clay, unless Clay said hell no, which I highly doubt. So that's that. The whole consensus is that nobody had sex but Johnny and Amy. All right. So now, you guys, let's get to the good stuff. Do you guys know, like on TikTok, they say this has been a trend for about a few months now. They say white men love a bad wig. Have you guys been hearing that lately? They say white men love a bad wig, and a lot of us black women, to get some of these white men and be down with the swirl, we are going to invest in a bad wig. I present to you AD. AD is an example of that, because when I tell you, I feel like not Johnny, but I feel like Jimmy and even Jeremy, they were kind of checking AD out. They were checking AD out. Jeremy made a comment to Clay talking about she has like a twinkle in her eye. You know, a lot of people like to use euphemisms. I think that that's his way of saying she's attractive. Okay. Everybody was giving Clay props on AD. Everybody. And then fucking Jimmy, who is so stupid because he knows Chelsea's insecure. Chelsea's insecure as hell, but Jimmy's drinking. He says, yo, AD is stacked. AD is stacked, meaning like her body, like she's a brick house, basically. If you look at Chelsea, her reaction, she freaked out for a second, but then she covers it up by sharing with AD herself what Jimmy said, which is stupid. That was so stupid. She was trying to overcompensate, like trying to act like she's cool with what he said, and was trying to deflect the insecurity off of her by diverting the whole conversation to AD. So Jimmy gets so embarrassed. Jimmy is humiliated. Yeah, I think he's embarrassed. And this scene was crazy, because this is why I said AD's a Jezebel. I don't know if it was the liquor in her or what. So then she walks over, and then she's talking to him. She's like, it's totally fine. And, you know, he's embarrassed. Jimmy's embarrassed. He's like, no, I was just giving you a compliment. She's like, no, it's totally fine. You know, yeah, no, not at all. It's totally fine. Yeah. And she legit starts flirting with Jimmy. I don't care what anyone says. She was like lustfully flirting with Jimmy. Let me find that. Listen, that whole scene was just so awkward. Like, and isn't Chelsea and AD supposed to be friends? You know what? All these girls try to say they're friends. They're not friends. They don't know each other. So I don't care. They're not friends. Y'all not friends like that. Y'all was in the pods. Y'all shared an experience together, but y'all not friends, because I couldn't imagine flirting with my friend's dude like this. Like, I could not believe it. I couldn't believe AD. Like, but this girl, so everyone was eating AD up, okay? Everybody was checking AD out. And AD, I feel like AD requires adoration from people. She likes the attention. I don't know if she doesn't get that much. I don't know what it is, but AD didn't act like someone to me who gets a lot of attention. So when everyone was checking her out, she was eating it all up. Like, you can tell she requires validation. Look at this picture, and look at fucking Chelsea on the side. Chelsea was like, I'm going to throw up. She got so sick because, you dumbass, you're insecure, but you pushed your dude towards her. Like, you put it out in the open. You should have kept that between you guys. So now you're feigning like you're sick. And meanwhile, Jezebel here is like all up on your dude. Listen, she was looking at Jimmy. AD was with that stare. That's that Jezebel freaking sexual stare. And Jimmy was just, oh my God, you can tell. I bet you his dick was so hard. I bet you. And listen, Jimmy and AD, Jimmy will rock AD's world. Jimmy, you could tell he wanted to fuck the shit out of her. He could not contain himself. So he was trying to, then Jimmy said, "Oh, is everything okay? You like Clay, everything okay?" She was like, "Yeah." But then, oh my God, this was a mess. She's like, "Yeah, but he's this, he's that. You don't ever do that. You have a whole quote unquote fiance. Why are you picking your fiance apart to another man? Shame. Shame." So then she's like, "Yeah, this and that, this and that." And she's like, "What about you?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I forgot what he said. I feel he was just babbling. Look at him. Oh my God. This scene, it was awkward. It was cringe, but it was hot. It was hot because fucking AD with her big old eyeballs. I don't think she blinked. Eddie fixed her stare at him, and she did it on purpose. This dude was so feverish. I feel like he didn't know what to do with himself. And then she touched and caressed her décolletage. I don't know if you guys know that move. It's like you touch your collarbone and kind of like your cleavage. She was, listen, AD would have fucking tore his ass up too. Like that whole scene in itself, it was erotic. And he had to pull himself away. He didn't know what to do with himself. And he was like, "Yeah, so anyways, I'm sorry I didn't." She's like, "No, I enjoyed this talk. I enjoyed it. Yeah, we should talk again." Listen, AD, you might as well have just hopped on his dick right there and then. You might as well have just hopped on, but he invited it. He's the one that said she's stacked. He was checking her out. And look at poor Chelsea. This picture, listen. Look at Chelsea about to throw up on the side. This scene was a mess, okay? A hot mess. So now, the second scene that was a hot mess was here, that messy bitch, Laura. I told you, Laura is bombastic, gregarious. She's unruly, uncouth. I said that in the previous video, and this is the reason why. So this motherfucker made a joke. No, she made a joke to Jeremy. So I guess when the girls were in the pod, they had some kind of, I guess, running joke about bean. Oh my shit! Wait. What was it? Bean dipping. Bean dip. I didn't know what that meant. Hold on. I gotta look up. Hold on. I've never heard of this term. A lot of people have not heard of this term. First of all, because I was half listening, I thought it was a racial term, honestly. I thought it was some kind of derogatory, racist term. And so I had to go back and try to listen to it. So what bean dip is, hold on a second, y'all. I got to pull up this picture. We need our images. So bean dip is when you plap plap somebody's titty, like pat pat, you slap it up, slap it down. That's what I think it is, which to me is stupid. Who came up with that? Is that some kind of like North Carolina term or South? Is North Carolina in the South? Is that below the Mason-Dixie? I don't know. Anyways, that must be some regional mid-Atlantic term because I've never, ever heard of that term in my lifetime. It was weird. And so I think Jeremy brought it up because Laura's dumbass told Jeremy to bean dip AD. Now, the part that I'm uncomfortable with is I feel like AD was walking around like a I hate to liken her to this. I hate this, but this is how I feel. I feel like she was walking around and being paraded around like a Serena Hottentot. If you guys don't know what a Serena Hottentot is, I don't want, just look into it and tell me if you agree. Because she, you know, her ass is huge. She can't help that. That's her physique. That's her body. You know, she has cleavage, but they're on a beach, so it's beach wear. But I feel like this happens to Black women a lot. We draw a lot of attention due to our body shape. It's not her fault. So you have people stacked. Man, she's stacked. Oh, bean dip, slap her titty. It was giving, you know, clown show circus Serena Hottentot, and it made me uncomfortable. And I think they tried to call Laura out on it, and she was just like, "Oh no, it's a joke, ha 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 ha." Yeah, but not everyone will get that joke. Not everyone will find it amusing, like, you know, like you do. Everything's a joke to you. Everything's ha ha he he. Not everyone will appreciate that, especially they're all supposed to be engaged. Why would you tell your man to bean dip another woman's titty? It doesn't make sense. And this is the shit that I'm talking about. Laura is unserious. She's an unserious person. So anyhow, that was that whole fiasco. What else happened? Nothing else that, you know, nothing else of note to me. Other than that, everyone seems like they're in love. Again, Brittany, did anything happen with Brittany? Oh, Brittany went and expressed her love to, damn, what's his name? Why do I keep forgetting? Kenneth? Yeah. Then she went, I noticed that she went and expressed her love and devotion to him. And he seemed like he was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Again, I don't know if it's because he was drunk, he was a little subdued. And I don't know if she was overspilling her guts because she was drunk. But it was just, what a weird episode. Now, the next episode, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for. Oh, no. Kenneth, no. Then Jezebel went over to talk to Kenneth. But Kenneth was just gloating over his girl, Brittany. Kenneth was all about Brittany. The way he talked about Brittany is the way Jimmy was supposed to talk about Chelsea. But Jimmy was too busy trying to calm his dick down. But anyways, I can't wait for the next episode because I think Jessica, the single mom, is going to be. I cannot wait. I want to see what Jimmy thinks of her. And damn AD with them damn eyelashes. Them eyeballs and them eyelashes killed it for me. But you know what? A messy wig and some crazy eyelashes will do it for some white men, I guess. Anyways, let me know what you think. Do you agree with my whole Serena Hottentot thing? That's, I really feel like she was walking around and that she was like she was a sight to be seen. You know, it just made me uncomfortable. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. All right, bye.